A balloon level? I love balloons, especially when they involve monster trucks. I've got to get that to jump all the way over to there somehow. Right away, my brain goes here, which is never a good place. Basically, I want to try and jump the monster truck onto the balloon and then over to there. Will it work? I have no idea. Really just need to find a way to make the initial ramp strong enough to... That probably won't work. But if I can get it to jump, we'll be getting somewhere. I've got the stable part of this ramp done, but unfortunately, it doesn't go far enough. I need a redesign. Hold that thought just a minute, because I've almost got the truck onto the balloon already using up about half my budget, so we're about halfway there. So let's do a little ramp adjustment. Made it, I think, a little bit steeper. I don't know what I did, but that seems to work. Okay, it hops right onto the balloon and then dives off. Now the question is, do we build something on the balloon or do we build something down here? My next brilliant plan looks something like this. But as per usual, don't judge it until you actually see it in action. So the truck jumps, lands, gets right up on there and jumps across, which is completely different from what it did last time. Unfortunately, it actually jumps right over the flag. Unfortunately, I am almost out of budget too, so I kind of need this to work at some point. This might be it. It's too far again. It jumps right over the flag. My solution to this is obvious. I'm just going to pile a whole bunch of road up here on the far side of the flag. That way it's going to crash right into it and hopefully stop on the flag. This might be the one. It took a slower approach. Oh, nope. Then again, I could probably just adjust this ramp downwards and it won't jump over the flag. Should have thought about that earlier. Just gotta have it do its proper jump at first, which looks like this might be it. Is it gonna make it? Yeah, there it is. Triple decker. Okay, I think they all just go across to exactly where they're supposed to go. Easy. I foresee a lot of triangles in my future. I'm gonna start with something like this just to kind of see what it does, so I know what to build off of. That's actually way closer than I thought it was gonna be. Pretty curious to see what happens if I just build some steel pillars. It's gonna put more strain on the lower part, but that might actually kind of work. Forget I said that. Does it want more ropes? Is that the problem? We can add all sorts of ropes if it wants. Actually, just added a few more triangles. Oh, I thought that was gonna work. But I've added a few pieces of steel and I think that was all I needed to do. We're $10,000 under budget. Not the most complicated design, but sometimes simple is better. Now, let me get this straight. My little red sports car has to go up to the blue flag. It's not gonna get there going that way. Kind of hoping I can just be lazy with this one and kind of jump the car up and around like that. Well, with a little support, that might actually work. Maybe we just turn these into steel. There we go, no more flux. Well, a little bit of flux, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think that would work. Test run number whatever, it just breaks this piece. It's not supposed to break the road, it's supposed to use it. I'm starting to think this piece of road just can't handle that kind of an impact. I might have to go around the balloon after all. Unless I start the ramp before this spot, I might be able to get away with that if the car can make it up this. And let's see what this does. Oh, it can actually lean against the balloon. I never considered that. Also, it's not really so good at doing that ramp thing that I mentioned. So I guess we're going to go around the balloon and let's see how this starting point works. So far, so good. This will be better. We're still about $10,000 under budget because I'm good at this game, but we're going to also connect the rest of the road with steel. In fact, we're just going to add more steel to the bridge in general because it's a lot more rigid, though still not quite strong enough, but we're getting close. At least I thought we were. The bridge still kind of falls apart on me right down here, but a little more support might just do it. Now we're over budget and the bridge still doesn't hold up, so maybe we should be using ropes instead. I'm at about my budget limit, so hopefully this one just kind of works. Nope, not quite. The car doesn't really even follow the ramp at this point, which is odd. Surprisingly, this has me surprisingly close. The car goes all the way up, loops up, but then lands on top of the balloon. I needed to go just a little further. What if we just had one more length of road? That might actually be enough to throw it across. Oh, it's not going to do it. This one seems to work. Just adjusted the angle a little bit. The bridge mostly holds up, but it jumps right into the flag. But we are over budget. I don't know if I'm going to be able to delete $3,000 off of this one. You never know when something stupid like this is actually going to work. This one, not so much, but if I can secure it, it actually might. Well, you can actually build a ring around the balloon, but it doesn't hold everything up. We've got new levels to fail horribly anyways. This just looks like a lot of work. I should have started this way earlier. So they all have to make their way over there. Taxi first, hydraulic's gonna move, green car goes. Hydraulic's gonna move, cop car goes, hydraulic, then they get to where they're going. Here's what I thought about right away when trying this. Unfortunately, the taxi just drives straight into the water, so functional bridge, this is not. But the more of the bridge I can get out of the way without having to move, the better I think we're gonna be. If a green car can actually survive this, well, because I'm really just too lazy to actually figure out a way to do this, if I replace these with steel cables, we might actually have what we need. The green car did actually survive that time. Now the cop car is going to go right through the bridge. Attempt number 2. Taxi, good to go. Green car should be good to go still. Cop car hopefully jumps mostly all the way over. Good. Now they're going to turn around and go back the wrong way. So I'm going to need to rethink pretty much this whole design then, because this just isn't going to work the way it is. My next design so far is looking pretty good. I just need to adjust the hydraulics a few times, but I think it'll work. This one's probably going to have to involve some double or even triple hydraulic system, but we're on the right track. Starting to finally kind of see the answer. I need the taxi to go, the first hydraulic or two to work, pulling up to the green car, and then the second hydraulic working separately to kind of do that. Starting to realize just how simple this actually is. First car goes, first hydraulic goes, pulls it up to the green car, it goes across. Second hydraulic shortens that even further for the cop car. Right now it's just a matter of strengthening it. I think this broadening these triangles is probably going to work. So this might have it right now. We're going to put it on 3 times speed because I don't want to wait. Green car goes across. Cop car's about to go across. Cop car should make its way straight back to where it was. Not quite. Might have a solution for that, kind of. Wait, did the cop car go right? I don't know what's happening. I see. The cars are supposed to end up in different areas. Somehow I got those two right, so I just need the taxi to go down below. So let's see this very confusing level in action. Green car is going to go across. No problem. Cop car going to go across. Hydraulics are going to move, but the cop car where it's supposed to go. Going to pull up and do the green car. Yes, this is as complicated as it looks, and yes, I did manage to figure this out all on my own. Taxi's going down, and we're done. That was kind of on accident, but I'll take it. Double monster jump. Oh, this one's going to be fun, I can tell. Yep. Basically, they gotta cross the gap to get to the other side. So naturally, of course, we'll take this one side at a time. Once we get one side correct, we'll get the other one going. Actually, we're really close already, which is strange. This is probably going to be the easier side because it starts at a higher elevation, but that one gets to where it's going. And most importantly, it's probably not going to hit the bridge on the way past. Let's see that one more time. Because I'm going to have to build this bridge in kind of a weird spot. Yeah, it gets right to where it's going, and we're not even half the budget used. Let's just test run something like this. I put very little effort into this level so far. Oh, right, they're gonna collide midair. Never really considered that. Need to find a way for them to kind of duck past each other. It's not gonna be as hard as I initially thought to make the gap, but getting them to avoid each other, that's gonna be the challenge. And they're getting closer. Not sure much of Monster Truck's gonna love that, but it should jump over the other one. Nope, still not quite there. I've also strengthened up the right side because I feel like if it actually holds together, it's gonna send the monster truck a lot farther. That actually worked. Just strengthening up the right side worked. I wasn't even recording that because I didn't think it was gonna work, but look at the difference that makes. And everything gets to where it's going. It's not pretty, but it works. Another hydraulic level, at least there's not as much sorting. Van has to go up top, car gotta go down below. Which leads me to what's probably gonna be a bit of a controversial idea. I mean, if the red car can just crash through the ground, I don't even need a hydraulic. The van should have no problem making it up my ramp, which is surprisingly strong despite the way it looks. Now let's see exactly where that car is going to land. I don't want to use hydraulics on this one if the car can just crash through it anyway. Come on, roll on in. Oh, it might do it. Nope, but we're close. The van does what it's supposed to. The van's a good car. The red car, not so much yet. I might even add it a little bit of road to land on just so it makes sure it tips over back onto its tires. Even if there was just a little bit of road right there, actually, it would be fine. It's not the smartest design I've ever done, but usually adding little pieces of road like this are actually all we need. As long as those tires can get traction again, the car's going to go exactly where I need it to go. Crash and... oh, there we go. Brought the whole bridge down with it, but we got there. Fork jump. So we got to send 2 different cars to 2 different locations via jump. How fast are those cars? Those are pretty quick. This won't be too hard. Only 5 pieces of road though. That is going to make it a little bit challenging. Attempt number 1, not so good. Alright, to start, this little simple design almost has that car to where it needs to go. Just a simple adjustment, and then all we got to do is worry about car number 2. Car number 1 gets to where it's going. The whole bridge collapses after that though. Did I just say bridge? This isn't even close to a bridge anymore. This is just straight up a jump. But I think I already see how I'm going to do this, and it's not going to be that hard. Just need to find a way to make the bridge hold together. All I've got to do now is basically attach a hydraulic to here with a rope, and that's going to adjust the angle enough for the other one to get where it's going. But also I've got to make sure the bridge holds together, otherwise it's mostly just going to tear itself apart anyways. Somewhere here is the answer. That's not quite it, but it's getting close. And nope. I've cut the hydraulic power in half. Let's see if that's going to make any difference at all. It's going to make a difference, but still not quite. Nope, every time I adjust the hydraulic, the car actually goes less further. Less far, whatever, it's late. But the principle still works. All I need to do is expand the bridge and just adjust the angle, and we're going to have a working jump. It's going to be some fine tuning, but basically this. Car's going to come down and leap across, breaking my bridge. But with just the right adjustment, we'll have it. Made the triangles a little bigger. I think this angle is probably a little bit steep for it, but bigger triangles seem to be doing the job. Just need way less pulling. Maybe if I attach it a little lower down to like the actual road itself, it might give it a little more strength. Or it might just make things a lot worse. So far, I wouldn't call that better. A little adjustment upwards, and car number 1 gets to where it's going, and then it breaks itself apart. Outstanding. Now I'm starting to wonder, if I make like a semicircle, that might be extra strong considering I can anchor it right here anyways. Maybe I'm wrong about that entirely. Well, I added some wood and it still didn't want to seem to hold up. Maybe if I do this. Still not any better. Probably need a better design. New design, very simple, not quite there yet. Okay, what if we just run this thing flat? Does that work? Does that work better, blue car? So it's going, jumping. So something like this then. Obviously gonna work. Car's gonna go up. There's still a weird little bump right there, maybe from the ropes, and it breaks again. Could you be like 40% less bouncy? I feel like that would solve my problems. No matter what I do, I keep running into the same problem. I get the first car to go there very easy, but every time the hydraulic moves, it breaks up the bridge pretty bad. But maybe I could get away with pivoting it somewhere in the middle. Makes kind of a weak spot here, but if I could turn right there. I've come to a bit of a conclusion on how this one can work. The end of the road doesn't maybe need to be that far out for it to clear the gap. It's not actually that big of a gap for a little car to jump. I feel like we're getting close. It's just a matter of a little fine tuning at this point, or maybe a lot. I don't really know yet. And I'm getting really close to the answer. So now the car makes it across the gap. The first car makes it across the gap. Yeah, car number 2 is probably not going to get there. I just realized something. I finally got my bridge back to where I had it before, but if you pull the bridge up really steep, it doesn't actually break. So let's try finding a happy medium for things. So car number 1 makes it happily across. The bridge doesn't break. That's probably still a little bit steep, but you see what I'm getting at. The bridge doesn't break. Also realized that the bottom part of the bridge wasn't actually doing anything, so I deleted it, so we're coming in way under budget. Finally.